were the shooters. All except Elliott were members of the Houston Sports Association, the entity elevating Houston to the major league ranks. The Harris County domed stadium proclaimed an era of technology beating the elements. A steady temperature of 72 degrees would categorize mugginess and mosquitoes as nuisances of the past. Not since the father-son power duo of Vespasian and Titus spearheaded the building of the Flavian Amphitheater, also known as the Colosseum, had the construction of a sports facility been as revolutionary. Elsewhere during that first month of 1962, 4 baseball players were recognized with a distinction underscoring their achievements. At the end of his daily chores as a corporate executive at Chock-full-o'-Nuts in Manhattan, Jackie Robinson traveled to his home at 95 Cascade Road in Stamford, Connecticut, and enjoyed the nightly quiet of suburbia. But the evening of January 23rd was different. He learned from his family that the Baseball Writers Association of America had elected him to the Baseball Hall of Fame. When I came home from work, Rachel was on the phone telling David, our 9-year-old, about it. When she saw me, she dropped the receiver and squealed that I had made it. There was a sense of closure in the moment. Robinson first met Brooklyn Dodgers general manager Branch Rickey in late August 1945, while playing for the Kansas City Monarchs in the Negro Leagues. He signed with the Dodgers that October. Rickey then sent him to the Montreal Royals of the AAA International League, where he led the league in batting average and runs scored. The Royals defeated the Louisville Colonels to win the league's championship, known as the Little World Series. Before the 1947 season began, Rickey promoted Robinson to the Brooklyn Dodgers. Bob Feller, Ed Rausch, and Bill McKechnie joined Robinson for their induction at Cooperstown in 1962. Rausch played most of his career with the Reds in the 1920s. McKechnie is the only manager to capture the pennant on 3 teams: Pirates, Cardinals, Reds. Feller was the Indians' fireballer who had abandoned his baseball career for the Navy after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. He served with distinction in the Pacific Theater during World War II and threw a 4-hitter in his first game after returning from military service in 1945. Sacrificing prime performance years, he was 23 when he enlisted. Feller believed that the war effort outweighed personal gains. United we stood. Divided wasn't even a word in the lexicon except for textbooks about mathematics and biology lectures about amoebas. Executives in the triad of CBS, NBC, and ABC rested atop their seemingly impenetrable perch on a 20th century Mount Olympus of popular culture. Their broadcasts set a common denominator of entertainment, which spewed through a system of interconnected transmitters, airwaves, and antennae to nicely constructed wooden cabinets housing television screens, tubes, and wires. The products of Emerson, RCA, Motorola, Philips, Olympic, Philco, Sylvania, Westinghouse, and other descendants of Philo Farnsworth's magic box occupied living rooms, dens, and bedrooms from the potato farms of Idaho to the prairies of the Midwest to the penthouses of Manhattan. Watching television was not a ritual. It was a nationwide habit deeply rooted in our DNA by the early 1960s. Our prehistoric ancestors had gathered around the fire to be entertained, informed, and inspired by their clan's stories. Americans watch television for the same reason. Television's genesis technologically dates to the 1840s, when Alexander Bain unveiled his facsimile machine. A century later, the medium's Paleolithic era ended in 1948, when Milton Berle became host of Texaco Star Theater, an NBC comedy variety program. A member of the fast-talking, nightclub-trained, anything-for-a-laugh cadre of comedians, Berle was television's first star. Programming in the broadcast television paradigm, contrary to popular misconception, is not calculated merely to entertain. Its primary mission